What's up? What's up, man? What's up, boys and girls? Go ahead, drop your moving business name into the comment box. Go ahead and drop that. Also, just drop the link for the masterclass. So I promised you guys, and I meant what I said. That let's see. What's up, everybody watching on my YouTube? Everybody watching on my Instagram? And what's up to everybody? If you're watching on YouTube, make sure to go over to my Instagram, Moving Biz CEO. And if you're watching on Instagram, go over to my Facebook page as well as my YouTube page, Moving Biz CEO. So what's up? What's up, guys? It's me, Sean John, the Moving Biz CEO, your Moving Biz CEO. So I think I want to get into the habit of starting to come on here like maybe daily. Like I'm not going to make any promises, but I'm trying to come on like more and more just to start spending time with you guys. And because I want to get it more into some Q&A, some back and forth so that we can start going over like things in the industry that might be helpful to you, that you may need help with, or somebody you know may need help with. So that's going to be a big part of what we do. If you look down in the comments, I did drop a link to the masterclass. Good news. If you sign up for the masterclass before October 1st, that means midnight on the 30th, I want to say. Let me double check. So midnight on the 30th, as long as you sign up for the masterclass by midnight on September 30th, so that gives you less than a week, the masterclass is only $197, so very, very affordable for you to learn how to invest into your business and make your business go to the next level, which for most of you could be, could be $10 to $20 to $30,000 a month, right? So that's life-changing income. And on October 1st, it's going to go back to its regular price, which is probably double that, right? So probably more. So on October 1st, it's going to go back to $500 for the course. That's what I charge everyone that I coach. But if you want one-on-one coaching now, I'm not doing it for less than $1,000. So I'm definitely not doing it for less than that because it takes too much time. And so if I'm gonna give up my time, it's got to be worth something, right? Because I'm gonna give a lot to your company and to your business that's gonna change your business, right? So if I'm gonna do it, just give me a heads up. If you want one-on-one coaching, I had a couple people reach out. Listen, it's gonna be nothing less than $1,000. But you can skip all that right now. Click the link down in the comments. Grab the course for $197, so essentially 80% off. Or if you come back after October 1st, you're going to be in for a surprise because the course is going to be a minimum $500 on October. Let's see, on October 1st, it's going to be a minimum of $500. That's a minimum. It really should be a lot more than that. And it really should, because it's got a whole lot of good content and some stuff that's going to really help you. And so let's talk about some things, right? So if you don't know my story, I started my business, Jumping Jack Movers, 2017. I created that business from scratch because I was homeless. I really didn't have a choice. So when I say started from the bottom, it has a different meaning for me. So I don't know about you, but it has a different meaning for me, man. So because I really started from the bottom, like I really didn't have anything to start a business with. That's why I'm a huge opponent of using credit to start a business or borrowing money to start a business, take out a loan, anything. Because I always say, go out and prove the business first, go out and get a customer, then get another customer and another. And then as you continue to accumulate customers, your business is going to tell you what it needs. It's going to tell you what it needs. So if you start in this business with no truck, that's fine. You can rent trucks. If you start in this business with no material, that's fine. You can rent material. And then when you get really busy and you don't have access to the other things like you need, that's your business saying, hey, we need to get a truck of our own because we need to have access to a truck at all times. So the business, when a business grows, it tells you what it needs from you. So a lot of people, they want to go out, they want to invest in a truck, buy all this material and whatnot. I'm not against that. I'm just telling you that the first thing you should do when you think about creating a business is not go out and buy a bunch of material. So you go out and buy a truck, who are you going to move? You go out and buy a bunch of material, shrink wrap, pad wrap, what are you going to wrap? You get where I'm going? So I'm telling you that the most important part of your business is getting a customer. That's the most important part of your business, because everything that you need in the moving industry, you can literally borrow. You can borrow everything that you need in the beginning. So it's okay, right? So again, guys, if you're watching on my YouTube, you can follow me on Facebook and Instagram at Moving Biz CEO. And if you guys are watching on my social media, go over to YouTube, Moving Biz CEO. Catch the videos, a lot of free, good content. Also, hit the thumbs up, hit subscribe. And if you guys are watching now, go ahead and drop your business name in the comment box. And if you haven't officially started a business, just drop whatever name you're thinking about. We'll give you some feedback. All right. So again, my story, 2017, I was homeless. I was living in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. If you guys follow me, you know I now live in Dallas, Texas. I no longer live in Louisiana, and I've been here for 3 years. So I created Jumping Jack Movers. You can still find us online at jumpingjackmovers.com. I created that business with no money, right? So I had no money to start that business. So how was I to invest in anything? I had no money. That's why I look at it the way I do. And I say, having money is not important when it comes to starting a business. Having a truck, having a crew, having material is not important when it comes to starting a business. The number one thing you need to focus on is getting a customer. Just get a customer. Because if you get a customer, follow me, then you'll go and get, all right, so say, because I teach you differently, right? So here's the way I teach you. Here's something quick. People are blowing up my phone. Give me a second, guys. I might have to turn this off real quick. All right, here we go. So people are literally like blowing up my phone today for some reason. But all right, so here's what I would tell you, right? So if you're somebody and you want to get into the moving business because you see people making tens of thousands of dollars per month, even guys that just start off. And if you guys are out there and you just starting off, you know I'm telling the truth because I've been there, done that. Even guys that are just starting off are making $2,500 a week, right? If you guys are charging, all right, so I always encourage you to charge, let's do the math. So I always encourage you to charge a minimum of $150 an hour for a 2-man crew. And then you'll do, so I'll tell you $150 an hour. And then I might tell you also do a, now, if you take my coaching, you know I don't teach you to say fee. I teach you to say something else. So, but you may do $150 an hour for a 2-man crew, right? So, and let's say you do a 2-hour minimum, and let's say the job take 4 hours. Most jobs takes about 4 hours on average because most moves are small now. So now you're at $600 for a 4-hour move at $150 an hour. And plus, let's say you throw in like a service amount or something for, let's call it $100 even. So now you're at $700, right? Let's say, and this is a small move. Now you're at $700, right? Because I teach you to do $150 an hour. I can teach you how to do it with a fee, even though we don't call it fee. But just for the sake of explaining it to you, I can teach you how to do it with a fee or without a fee and still get the same amount of money. That's why I'm good at what I do. That's why I get to sit home and do videos while the moving service still works without me. And so that's important. Now, it wasn't always that way. I just learned this because it was a struggle at first. I had no idea what I was doing. But now that I do know, I just share with you. And so let's see. So share this also, as a matter of fact. All right. So let's say I teach you to do $150 an hour, right? And you're in that area and you do a job and you're making $700 on a 4-hour job. And then you add like $100 fee or whatever. All right. So yeah, $700. And so you don't have anything, but that's roughly what it's going to end up being. Now you just take away, all right, you have to rent the truck and whatnot. Just say the truck and materials about 100. You ain't really going far, maybe less than that. But let's just round it up to 100 because gas is too damn high. So, and let's say, just say you go out there with a friend of yours or somebody that's in your crew. Now, all of a sudden, you did a 4-hour job. You made $700. That's what I teach you. I teach you how to get paid. This ain't voluntary work, and this ain't easy. So I teach you how to get paid so you can grow your business to where it no longer needs you. Guess what? It takes money to do that. So let's say you were listening to me, right? Let's say you were a student of mine and you were in the Moving Success Masterclass, right? The first thing I'll teach you, and what's up to everybody that's watching. I know it's the middle of the day. I know you're out there getting it. So I'm not going to be long, I promise. But thank you for tuning in. And if you don't get to finish, go back and watch it. So let's say I teach you to make $150 an hour in your moving service. Now, also keep in mind, you don't have to go out there and move anybody. You can if you want to. When I started, I didn't have any crew or anything like that, so I was on the truck. So if you want to be on the truck, because I do have students who like to be on the truck, that's fine. I don't encourage it because I want you to think like a CEO. But if you want to be out there, I have no problem with it. But also for the people that want to get out there, I have a client, Erica, up in Chicago, right? And Erica's saying she doesn't want to get on the truck, but she wants to have a moving service. So I teach her how to build a moving service without ever getting on the truck, right? So let's say you're doing $150 an hour like I teach you to do, right? So you're $150 an hour, and you may say, Sean, that's a lot. Nobody's going to pay that. Stop thinking about your own pockets. Stop disqualifying customers because you wouldn't pay that. This is business, same personal, right? So I'm going to teach you to make $150 an hour. And then I'm going to teach you how to add a $100 fee to that, right? So the average job is about 5 hours, but just for this, we'll just say it's 4 hours. So now you got $600 plus the 100 fee. You have $700 job. You made $700 in 4 hours, right? So now you take that 700 and let's say you're just starting off, so you don't own a truck. Okay, you go rent a truck, a U-Haul, Penske, whatever, right? So remember, I told you, you don't have to go out and buy these things. You can rent what you need. Use it, give it back until you're able to buy it. So you go out, hit thumbs up, guys. Hit thumbs up. I know I'm giving you some great content, so hit thumbs up. So you're at $700, right? Because you know in your mind, all right, it's going to take about 4 hours. $700, average moves 4 hours. $700 is what I'm getting. Take away roughly about $100 for gas, for renting the equipment, and for like a U-Haul in town. You don't need anything fancy. It's just a 2-bedroom. A little U-Haul can do that. You ain't going far, so you don't have to worry about the mileage. You don't have to worry about a lot of fuel, but let's just round it up to 100, right? So you round it up to 100, that leaves you with $600. Now, still doing good, right? Now, you went out there on the truck, you had one helper with you. It could be your cousin, it could be your baby mama, brother. I don't care, right? So you got one person out there with you on the truck helping you, and bam. So you get out there, you got that person helping you on the truck. And then, so you've covered the truck, you've covered the equipment and the material. The only thing you need, because remember, you need blankets for the job. You can rent that. You also have, let's see. So blankets for the job, you can rent that. A dolly for the job, you can rent that. Shrink wrap, just go buy that. Or just buy the big rubber bands and you can use them over and over. That's what I recommend. And you don't have to keep buying shrink wrap. Just use the rubber bands. You can get them and use them again over and over. So come on now, I'm preaching better than y'all, amen. And come on. And as we're going through this, remember this. I started off this doing coaching, but doing one-on-one coaching. I'll still do that, but I can only do it every once in a while because I'm busy and it takes up a lot of time because I give you so much info. But my coaching is going to cost, so just remember that. The best thing to do if you don't want to pay $1,000 for a coaching session, the best thing to do is to click the link that's down in the comments right now and get that special for the Moving Success Masterclass. It's only $197. You cannot beat that. That's better than $1,000. I always say, if you're not willing to invest money back into your business, you're out of business. You don't know it yet, but I do. And it's only a matter of time before your business dies. Because you don't know what to do with it. So invest a couple $100 into your business, learn 5 things that I teach in the course, get more leads, convert those leads into sales. I'll walk you through a script. The script is off the hook, right? So get the leads, convert them into sales. Once you get that, get better reviews. Once you get better reviews, learn how to get referrals, and then learn how to retain your customers by hiring them. And they'll work for you without even knowing it. And I'll teach you how to do all that in the course. So click the link, get the course ASAP, or you're going to be left behind, because October 1st, the course is going back up to $500. And if you don't get it by then, you're not serious about your business anyway. So now you used $100 and now you to $600, right? Because you lost $100 on the equipment and stuff. That's fine. So you're $600 and now you got to pay your guy. Let's say your guy been out there with you 4 hours or whatever, right? So you want to pay your guys. Let's say on average you want to pay your helper about $15 an hour, right? But so 15 times 4, right, is only 60. But since they helped us out, we'll just do $80, right? So minus another 80, guess what? We're at $520. We're still looking good. That means at the end of the day, we took home $520 from a 4-hour job. Just 4 hours, $520 is what we got for a 4-hour job where we didn't own a truck. We didn't own any equipment. We borrowed a truck. We borrowed the equipment, and we borrowed somebody to help us. We borrowed everything and made $520, right? $500 for 4 hours of work. Think of that. Not many places you can do that, right? Now, let's say you're like me and you don't want to be in the house doing the truck anyway. So you pay your helper $15 an hour. Let's say you go ahead and pay your driver $20 an hour, right? And then so we'll round that driver to $100. Let's say you bought them lunch, whatever, right? So now you leave with $420 for the day. You paid everything off, everybody off. Guess what? You never left the house or you never left the office and you still made $400, right? Now, if that don't blow your mind, imagine doing that 2 times a day. Now you're at $840 a day, just 2 jobs. There are crews here in Dallas who do 5-6 jobs a day. They have to rotate them out, but one truck is out there all day. Right? And so let's say you have a company and you only do 2 jobs a day. And on average, those jobs bring you in about $800. We'll just say $800 a day to you. More if you were on the truck. But let's say you want to be a boss. You think like a CEO, like I do, and you don't want to be on the truck. You want to build a business, not a job, right? And so now you're making $800 a day on average. Let's say you only do about 25 days out of the month. You're not going to work every day. So let's say you make $800 a day, only 25 days, right? So that's it. Now you're at what? $20,000. That's net. That's not gross. Gross is toast. It's not a real number. Your net is what you get in anything that you do. So your real number is $20,000 a month is what you generated with no truck, no crew, and all you did was use a truck, use a crew, use the material, and you made $20,000 in a month. Now, I don't know about you, but that's life-changing money, because your bills should not be your lifestyle and expenses should not be $20,000 a month. Even if you want to live nice, your expenses should be $5,000 or less per month. I feel like I live a nice life, right? Now, I was homeless in 2017, but I've been blessed. And so I'm giving all this back to you. Now, I live in a beautiful neighborhood. I'm able to work out of a home office. I got a 3,000 square foot home here in Dallas, Texas. And I always say, if you think I'm lying, just Google Veridian Arlington and you'll see. Area code 76005, zip code, 76005. That's my zip code. That's where I live. There's $1 million homes all throughout this neighborhood, right? Now, I didn't grow up that way. I lived in a poor ghetto. I lived in a bad neighborhood. I grew up with gunshots going off around me, and you don't even respond to it because you become desensitized. That's how I grew up. That's how I lived. And so in 5 short years, my life has changed. Well, less than that, because I've been in this house for 2 years. And how did I do that? I got no education. I never went to college, right? So I'm poor at math. I know how to count money, but I'm poor at math, right? And so a lot of areas I was not good in, right? And so, but out of desperation, I had to turn my life around, and I was determined to do it. And that's what led to me starting a moving business, because I used to work for a moving company, and it's going to trip you out. I used to work for all my sons, right? Yeah, I'll call you out. All my sons, and they hired me. They have poor training where there's really no training. They piss customers off, mistreat customers, steal tips. That's what the office in Baton Rouge was doing, right? We were getting screwed. I was making $9 an hour. But guess what? After they fired me, I quit 2 days later, showed them. And so I ended up, when I was homeless, I was like, what do I know how to do? I got to have something that's worth something, right? And I had that one skill, and I was like, all right, well, let me use this, see if I can make some money. And I ran an ad on Craigslist. I was like, hey, if there's anybody out there need packing, truck, whatever, just call me, I'll come out. Now, I went out, and this lady was like, how much you charge? And I was like, I don't really know. I was like, what are you willing to pay? Because all I knew was $9 an hour. So I didn't know anything outside of $9 an hour. And so this lady ended up giving me about $20 an hour, just worked a couple hours. So she gave me $40 and also gave me a tip. And she gave me a bag of sandwiches because they cooked for the crew. Now, it wasn't my crew. I was helping another crew. And but I got paid that day, got paid cash. Within a week, I had like $500. I remember looking in my wallet going, oh my gosh, like I got money, but somebody's going to rob me because I had nowhere to live. I was like, somebody's eventually going to rob me because I don't have anywhere to live and I got $500 in my pocket. Fast forward to the end of the month, I had about $2,000 in my pocket. So I was feeling pretty good, right? Because I was homeless still. Because $2,000 wasn't enough. Like I could get a hotel room every once in a while. True story, funny story. I remember I got a hotel room and like the bed bugs literally just chewed me out of the hotel. So I went and reported it to the office. I was like, hey, you know, I think there's bed bugs. The guy was like, no, we clean it. There's no bed bugs. And he was like, if you don't like it, you could leave. And I was like, man, I might have to just try to sleep on the floor. But then I looked up and it was like a prostitution hotel. So people just going in and out. I was like, you know what? I'll just walk until the sun comes up. And I just left. And that was it, man. That was how I was living in those days. And so fast forward to today, you know, I'm able to enjoy the life that I love. And so, because I got news for you, life is all about what you want to do. Life is all about lifestyle. Life is all about, I don't say comfort. It's just all about where you want to be, what level you want to live on. If you want to live a really nice life in a really nice neighborhood, nice car, that's up to you. I don't necessarily need all those things, but that's up to you. If you want to be able to travel while your company makes money, that's a good thing. If you want to be able to bring in $20,000 a month into your bank account for your family, that's a good thing. Now, I'm not going to lie to you and tell you everybody's going to make $20,000 a month. That would be false. I'm not a guy who's going to sell you false hope. I don't do that. I have to sleep at night, right? So I ain't going to just lie to you because I know on YouTube it's full of lies and the flashy lifestyle. So they show you all the fluff and the flex, but a lot of that's just not true. It's disingenuous, right? So I don't like to do that. I'll tell you the truth. So being honest with you, I'll tell you this. If you start a moving business, you are going to make a lot of money. That's a given. If you do a few things correctly, right? What are those things? You have good customer service. You have a great business name. I teach you how to come up with a business name. I also teach you how to modify it to make it work. I'll give you a clue. If you're in the service industry, please don't put your name on the business. I don't need to see Johnny's moving. I don't need that. I'm not going to teach you how to do that. Because Johnny, I care about you. You're sweet, man. You're awesome dude. But guess what? You're not the business. And we don't want the business to be you. Because we're talking about growing a business to where you have multiple offices in the same city. So if you're in a city that's big enough, 2-3 offices to cover certain areas so your trucks don't have to drive around. Right? And so we don't need Johnny on the name. No, we want to grow a business. So we need a business name, a legit business name. So what's up, Express Moving? Look like they're out of Lexington, Kentucky. Good info. Appreciate it, man. Smash that thumbs up. Also, real quick before I bounce, because I promised y'all this was only going to be a lunchtime thing. Now, I want to come back and start doing this like maybe Monday, Wednesday, Friday, something like that. So if we can do it maybe 2-3 times a week, I think that'll be good. Also, I'm thinking about this, so y'all give me some feedback. I'm thinking about doing like a movers roundtable where a bunch of us movers kind of get on Zoom or Google Meet like once a week or once every 2 weeks, and we just talk about the moving business to each other and kind of give each other insight, kind of like a clubhouse but more private. So if you guys are interested in that, drop a 1 in the comment, and then I'll see it and be like, no, they don't want to do it, or yeah, people down, they want to do it, because we need to help each other. Moving is a family. I'm not going to call it a brotherhood because there's a lot of women that do it. I even coach some, right? Well, so I'll say this again for those just tuning in. Yes, I was doing one-on-one coaching. No, I'm not doing it anymore. The reason I'm not is because I have so much information to give you, I run out of time, right? So I'm not doing any more one-on-one coaching. If I do, it's going to be because I have a bunch of extra time, and it's going to cost a minimum of $1,000. And I'll spend 4 hours with you and teach you the whole business. A minimum of $1,000. All right, somebody comment and say, yeah, 1, they want to do that. All right, you got it. And so if we can get 10 ones, we'll do it. If we can get 10 ones in the comments before, let's say, October 1st, then we'll set that up. I promise I'll set that up. We'll create a moving network for all of us to get together and mingle and spend time together. And also, guys, for those who are dropping their moving business name in the comments, you may want to add, all right, so make sure the business name is there just in case anybody's in that area and they want to network with you. So for instance, Express Moving in Lexington, Kentucky, there may be another company near Lexington that may say, hey, we're about to drop off in Lexington. We need somebody to come out and unload. Would your crew be available? So that's networking. That's how we got to work together, because we got to help each other climb the ladder. So building the business is about teamwork. And guess what? Building an industry is about teamwork also. Whereas in the business, you and your crew and your staff work together to make that business great. Whereas in the industry, you and I, who own 2 different moving services, work together to make each other great. We may get a call and say, hey, guess what, man? We don't have that area. So I got a guy in the network. Let me reach out to him, see if he can get to you. And now we're doing business. So to answer the question, will I be coaching one-on-one in the future? Possibly. Not likely, but possible. Just depends, right? So, but if I do it, it's going to be a minimum of $1,000. I'm telling you, it's going to be a minimum, because I got so much for you. It's going to take a lot of time to get it to you, but it's going to change your business. Now, I'm not saying I'm going to coach. I'm just saying if I do, be prepared to spend $1,000 on it, and it's going to change your life, because I'm going to teach you how to build a business. So and I always be honest with you guys. I don't fluff. I don't lie, because I wouldn't want anybody to lie to me. So I'll be honest with you. To build a business that's $1 million in the moving industry, it's not hard. It's not hard. It will take you about 2 to 3 years to do it. I'm being honest with you. It's not going to happen overnight, but it will take you about 2 to 3 years to build it. But after 2 to 3 years, 2 things should happen. Number 1, your business should be making $1 million minimum. And number 2, you should not be involved in everything that goes on in your business. So I teach you how to scale your business so that you're not Tyler Perry. I like Tyler Perry. Nothing against him. And what he does works for his industry. But in the moving industry, you can't be the cameraman. You can't be the uncle. You can't be the star of the show. You can't write the script, produce the script. You can't do all that. So I don't want you to do all that. I want you to actually put together a process, people, product, process. Those are the 3 P's for any business. People, product, process. I want you to put things together so that when you're not there, your business can work itself. And you may say, Sean, man, so I got to be out. I can't be out at every job, right? I can't be out here with these guys. Well, fine. I teach you how to manage these guys without even being on the job, right? So that's a little trick I got, man. So for everybody that's tuning in late, please rewatch this. Also, like I said, in honor of my wife's birthday, which was the 25th, I better not forget this, yesterday, But we celebrated a couple days ago because yesterday was Sunday here. So, but in honor of my wife's birthday, I made this is my gift from her and I to you. If I do one-on-one coaching, it's going to be a minimum of $1,000. I guarantee it. But you guys can skip all of that. Go right down to the comments. I've already dropped the course link in the comments, the Moving Success Masterclass. Click on the link. It's only $197. You can get that same $1,000 coaching that I've charged my students, and I'm going to have them on here soon, and they're going to tell you how that coaching changed their lives. They're going to tell you how their business is booming. I wouldn't bring them on here if we weren't getting the results. I wouldn't bring them on here and embarrass myself. But because I keep up with them, we still talk, they still text me, and everybody who's on, who any of my students, they know they can always reach out to me. And because I don't just teach you and leave you, I try to do follow-ups. I might hit you up and go, hey, Mitch, how's your business doing, man? All right, what are y'all doing wrong? Talk to me. What we need to do. And I might spend 30 minutes on the phone with you trying to help you fix that. I've had guys hit me up and say, hey, man, I'm having a problem with this issue on insurance. Or, hey, man, my guys are leaving stuff behind. Oh, what should I do? And this is even after the training. So I'm like, hey, look, what time can I call you? Let's talk for 15 minutes. Let's fix this. So that's how much I love what I do. That's how much I love helping. So if you don't want to spend $1,000 for the one-on-one coaching, I do not blame you. Here's what you should do. Up until October 1st, because after October 1st, the price is going to go up to $500, which is where it should be, because it's got that much info. But go click the link below. Get the course now for only $197. It's going to link to me, and I'm going to reach out to you personally because I want to stay in touch with you, okay? And as soon as we get the email, I'll reach out to you as soon as you enroll. Go do it now. We've had some people sign up last week. I'm excited. I even reached out to them. They can tell you. And it's about to change their lives. So the course is about 4 hours. You don't have to rush through it. Take your time. You do get access to it unlimited. So if you forget something, go back and watch the course. Apply it. It's going to change your life. It's going to change your business. Because I'm going to teach you 5 things, 5 important things about your business that you may or may not know. But I'm going to teach you how to do them. Not just know them, how to do them. First thing I'm going to teach you is how to get more leads. This is the slow season right now for most. But I'm going to teach you some tricks to stay busy even when it's slow. So I'm going to teach you how to get more leads, not just leads, quality leads, people that are looking for you, right? Number 2, I'm going to teach you how to convert those leads into sales and paying customers. How do I do that? We're going to go through a sales process and we're going to cover the script. Scripts are man, scripts change the game. They do all the selling for you. You may say, I don't like sales. That's fine. Just have a professional voice on the phone and read the script. It'll sell for you. I'm going to teach you how to do that, right? That's the second thing. Number 3, I'm going to teach you how to get better reviews. I got a trick for you guys that are just starting out and you want to go out and list your company and get reviews. Wait a second. Pump your brakes. Get the training. I got something to tell you. That's going to help you, not hurt you, right? So better reviews, right? The review process is insane. Y'all got to get it. Just for the reviews is worth it. Just for the review. When I teach it, guys go, wow, just for the reviews. And they say, how did you learn this? I say the hard way, getting bad reviews. Not understanding that one bad review might cost me $5,000 because 10 customers might read it and not call. Right? And that's the third thing. The fourth thing is I'm going to teach you how to get referrals all the time. You must get referrals. So I have a process that you can use to get referrals every time. Right? It's going to be fun. It's not just a great process. You're really going to have a lot of fun. And last thing, number 5, I'm going to teach you this. And you haven't heard this anywhere else. And I'm going to give you some real game right now. You ready? Number 5, I'm going to teach you how to hire your customers. What? I'm going to teach you how to hire your customers. Say what now? I said, I'm going to teach you how to hire your customers. What do I mean? I mean, these customers are going to work for you and they don't even know it. Will you have to pay them? No. They're just going to be employed by your company. So Jumpin' Jack Movers have customers all over the country. But guess what? We don't pay any of them. None of them work for us. But they do. Right? They didn't fill out applications, but they still employed by Jumpin' Jack Movers. That's one of the fun things I'm going to teach you, and that's the last thing. And then I add a bonus where we go over how to hire people, hire the right guys. I know it's a big issue, so we go through a hiring process. And so those are important things that we teach you. We also talk about how to get the money, what you should be charging. I give you a little hint. I try to teach you to get a minimum of $150 an hour. That's just how we gonna work, right? So we ain't doing this for fun. We're doing this to make money and change lives. And starting with us and our families, right? So guys, if you follow me on social media, go to my YouTube, Moving Biz CEO, watch as many free videos as you want. Make sure to hit thumbs up and subscribe, right? And if you're watching me on the YouTube, go over to my Instagram, my Facebook, Moving Biz CEO, and make sure to join up, link up. And so far, I think we've gotten a few ones, right? So I promise if we get 10, we're going to go ahead and get that set up so we can start networking with each other, maybe on a Tuesday or Wednesday nights each week. So we'll see. Probably be about an hour, but we'll get to hang together and chop it up and go over to business. So I'm Sean John. Make sure to hit that link below. Get a copy of that class while it's on sale. It's almost free because at the end of this month, October 1st, it's going to go back up to $500 and it will not go down again. So get it now. Change your business now. Invest in your business. I was talking with a business owner, a friend of mine the other day. How many know that business owners kind of just tend to flock together and find each other? And I was talking to some business owner of mine here in Dallas the other day, and we were talking about people not wanting to invest in their business. And here's what I submit to you. If you are not willing to invest money into your business, you are out of business. Does that make sense? If you are not willing to reinvest into your business, you are out of business. What's the number one way to reinvest? Educate yourself on the business. Learn how to do the business so that you can make money and the business doesn't do you. Right? So invest into your business. Get this Moving Success Masterclass. Apply it. And I guarantee you it's going to change your life. Guys, I got to go. I got to get back to hustling and making money. You guys go out there and kill it. Tell somebody else about the channel. And let me tell you this from the bottom of my heart. I really appreciate everybody who's watching this channel. I thank you. You mean the world to me. Even if it's just a few people, thank you from the bottom of my heart because I just want to give what I know to you, okay? So click the link, get the course, and subscribe, join the channels, and I'll see you on the next video. Y'all enjoy the rest of your day. Peace. A lot of you guys are going to have homes bigger than mine soon.